Hey guys, Gemma from ASD Rocks. I was going to the doctor the other day and I had to go to pick up a script at the chemist. And there was this guy with his daughter who can't have been older than 2. And she was on one of those bikes, you know, the ones with no pedals. And she was just sort of, he stopped at a hole in the wall to get some money out, and I went in and put my script in and stood out the front and waited, and I was kind of watching this little girl, and she scooted on and he stopped and she just stopped behind him, and she's so cute, you know, that puppy fat, like kid cute. You know, I don't know when that stops being cute, when society tells you you're not allowed to have that anymore. But anyway, she was so young and chubby, and she had this helmet and she was riding this bike, you know, and then they went to get an ice cream from the place next door, and I was sort of just watching everything she was doing, and I was looking back on how things had been with Bo. Like, I was shocked at how young this child was, and how much she understood, how much she was taking in, how much he didn't have to say to her for her to understand what was going on. And it just made me realize how much I missed out on, you know, just how much motherhood I missed out on by being a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week teacher. Even with Finn, you know, I was so busy teaching and helping Bo to do the things that Finn just picked up. I missed the things that he was picking up. So I missed out on being a mother twice. You know, the one thing I ever wanted to be in my life was a mother, and I totally missed out on it because I wasn't. I was an occupational therapist and a speech therapist, and, you know, so engulfed, as I still am, that I really didn't get to enjoy the mother part, having a kid, having a baby, watching them grow, seeing them make discoveries. Even though Finn was, you know, what was neurotypical, I really, I hope that the people who do follow me on this page are the kind of people that if I say normal, will accept that. I don't think I'm normal, so I wouldn't even put myself in that category. But if I do slip up and become politically incorrect, and instead of saying neurotypical or autism or whatever, you know, that isn't a big deal. But I missed out on being a normal mum. Even though I had a normal kid, I was so overwhelmed with learning to be everything I needed to be to get him to where he is and who he is now, that I think if I had a baby, I wouldn't know what to do with a regular, everyday, typical baby. I just, you know, I talk a lot about what they missed out on, but I really missed out on being a mum. I think a lot of us are missing out on being mums, and I think that's why I like COVID, why I like lockdown so much, because now with Bo, even though it's, you know, I'm still tweaking, I get to actually, you know, see who he is and watch his discoveries, and Finn too. It's still hard and it's still work and it's still, you know, what it is, but I'm getting to be a mum for the first time, even though I missed out on the last 14 years. So I guess my only thing that I'm trying to say is, don't get too wrapped up and miss the fact that you're also a mum. Make sure that you get as many cuddles in as they let you. Make sure you get as many, you know, stop for a minute and watch, even if the behavior isn't normal, because I really missed out on being a mum, and it was all I ever wanted to be.